Aurora's Tears, Tigress's Peace. On the southern border of Luminara, deep in the lush paradise of the Flora capital of Livorian, where beautiful vines draped lazily over stone archways, and the air was fresh with flowing water from elegant fountains, lay a quiet sanctuary, the Livorial, or the Tigress's Peace. It was a favored retreat for the Flora, a place of relaxation where warm mineral pools reflected the vibrant hues of the sky above. The pools carried a gentle floral scent, and the sound of trickling water mixed with soft conversation and the occasional playful splash. Sheerith hesitated at the entrance, her ears flickering and eyes wide as she observed the scene before her.
Okay, nothing to be nervous about. It's just Tigress's Peace. A bathhouse. A public one. With lots of people that I don't know. Who are all very comfortable here, bathing in the biggest bathhouse this side of the Aurora. Oh, no biggie.
Sheerith had been promising her friends she would relax in the city for weeks now, so where better to relax than the most lush sanctuary in the royal city?
Great, she hissed. Just great. I can hunt down ghost wolves, sneak attack runaway bandits, or even dominate any game of emerald spears on the lunar shores. But can't have one casual bath with strangers.
She inhaled sharply and stepped inside, practically pushing herself forward. The warm air wrapped around her instantly. Her glowing stripes pulsed with surprise from the humid embrace. Several Flora lounged in the rainbow-colored pools, their bioluminescent markings softly pulsing as they chatted, stretched or simply rested in peaceful silence. Sheerith quickly scanned for an unoccupied spot, trying not to make eye contact with anyone. The problem was, the Flora had naturally striking, glowing eyes, so avoiding eye contact was like trying to ignore fireflies in the dark.
Sheerith! Haven't seen you here before!
Sheerith recognized the voice and face from someone she had met at the beach, but never grabbed his name.
Oh, yeah, first time. Just felt like, soaking in stuff.
Join us if you like. The water is perfect.
Sure. Sure.
A small group of Flora chuckled, their glowing stripes shining with mirth. Sheerith could feel her own markings betraying her embarrassment, pulsing a bit brighter than she'd like. She sighed, giving in, and carefully stepped into the water. The warmth immediately seeped into her muscles, and despite her awkward entrance and overly toothy grin to the other patrons, she couldn't help but let out a quiet sigh of satisfaction.
Okay, yeah, relaxation. Boom, take that, I can relax. Sure, yeah.
The other Flora in the pool were all talking amongst themselves in soft conversation. She didn't know how anyone could hear anyone else with everyone chattering at once, but honestly, everyone seemed too focused on conversation to notice her, and that oddly enough helped a lot. Sheerith looked down at her bare figure in the water.
Am I sitting cool? Dumb question, Sheerith. Who thinks about sitting cool? How can one sit cool anyway? What would that even look like?
She contorted her hips and legs underwater, stealthily trying to sit cool. She suddenly heard a splash and some soft cursing. Two Flora men were arm wrestling on the edge of the pool. One was the acquaintance that had waved her over in the first place. The other was really cute. He had dark obsidian fur, soft amethyst glowing stripes, and striking deep blue eyes. He had just won an arm wrestling match and was lightly laughing at his now soaked opponent. As the acquaintance came up for air, he let out a loud laugh and noticed Sheerith from the corner of his eye.
Hey, Sheerith!
Sheerith froze in horror. Come show us up, you got this. Sheerith bared her full, awkward grin again.
Arm wrestling? Well, I can totally do that at least.
She slowly glided her way over to What's-His-Face and the cutie.
Oh, Sheerith, this is Zorith. Zorith, Sheerith.
Zorith closed his eyes and tipped his head down towards her.
Hi, I'm Sheerith.
Her eyes grew wide from embarrassment. Sheerith cocked an eyebrow, and they both let out a light-hearted laugh. "So, the beautiful being named Sheerith said, I haven't seen you around the city before." He put his arm out for an arm wrestle. "Are you always down by the docks?" he asked with a smile. Sheerith locked her eyes onto his hand and placed hers in his, then shifted her gaze into his eyes. "Yeah," she said, slowly putting her weight into his arm. "You can always find me on the lunar shores. I'm training." "Training?" Sheerith smiled, increasing his pressure. "Oh, you're a soldier." "Scout," she grunted. "You?" "Archivist," he winced. "I'm always in the observation districts or the Three Moon Ring archives." Sheerith's eyes widened. A scholar, she thought? This divine, beautiful being was a nerd? She tightened her grip and focus. No way she's losing now. Her pride felt somehow challenged in a playful way. Sheerith smoothly let out. "You should join me one day up in the Western Observatory. You'd love the view of the beaches from there. It's glorious." Sheerith unexpectedly became quite flushed. I don't know. The towers aren't really for me, you know?" "Ha! Same with me, oddly enough, on the beaches. I much prefer the beautiful view from the towers." "The view from the beach is nice too, though." "If you were there, I have no doubt." Sheerith flushed, and her stripes went aglow. Sheerith looked off to the side, obviously embarrassed. Sheerith noticed something, though. His arm was growing weaker. She took a breath and slammed his arm into the water with an epic splash. They all laughed as Sheerith came up for air. "You let me win." No, you just distracted me with beach talk. No fair, my lady," he laughed. Would you mind showing me the beaches sometime?" Sheerith's jaw almost dropped. Yep, sure. Totally. No big deal. You know, yeah." She found herself doing the way too wide grin thing again. He laughed softly. "Well, if you ever find yourself in the Western Observatory, we can have a rematch in the library." "Deal. Totally." Sheerith climbed up out of the water, every drop off his back making Sheerith ever more flustered. Sheerith fist-bumped What's-His-Face and looked Sheerith in her eyes. "I need to take my leave, till we meet again, Sheerith," he smiled. Sheerith waved goodbye to the majestic creature, making his way out. What's-His-Face laughed and followed Sheerith out, waving back to Sheerith. She found herself alone in the pool, still grinning and waving in the general direction of her two new companions. Wow. Okay. Nice. Sheerith sunk into the lush water of the pool. I kinda like this place, she thought to herself. This has been Aurora's Tears. The story continues.